All I remember is I'm sitting in a field. I have a giant airsoft sniper rifle that looks very realistic. I'm sitting only a few feet away from these cars, and suddenly I hear the sounds of a cop's siren. That is how I knew I was about to get shot. 24 hours earlier, I had been working with the director of this production, and basically we had been spray painting all the guns, making sure they looked as photorealistic as possible. It was for like a Call of Duty style short film, and the idea was the very first scene was gonna be the characters descending from a helicopter we were gonna make with CGI, and then they were gonna be coming over a hill. So the director had already picked out all the locations and we had just set up ready to go. When I got there, I was decked out in this like sniper's outfit. I had like gloves and like a hat and like a sniper rifle. I remember being very concerned when the director rolled up on set with me because we were right next to like a major road where like cars were passing by, and I definitely thought there was something odd about that because I was like, we're decked out in very realistic looking outfits. This could be something that could potentially draw attention, and no one on the crew really cared. Everyone was just like, hey, like, it's not a big deal. They're probably gonna think we're just airsofting or something like that. Suddenly, we are shooting the scene, we're getting ready for the next shot, and I see that car come across, and then the cop steps out and he says, everyone, put your guns up above your head. And he's like speaking on a little radio. He's got his hand on his gun and he's walking closer and closer to us. And I think he's trying to assess at this point whether or not the guns are real. He's trying to assess how old we are. He's trying to assess, is this a possible threat? I think he thinks that it's not, but he isn't really sure when he's walking up. And he's definitely got his hand clearly on his gun. And I started thinking about all the times I had heard on Reddit or other stories of like people being shot during a production. And you never think it's gonna be you. But in that moment, I was really concerned that if something had gone wrong, anyone had made the wrong move, that he would grab his gun and he would shoot us. And I think that the story I learned from this was you have to be prepared for anything. When you're working on an independent crew and an independent set, you need to be smart about how you're handling things. And the very first thing is notifying the right authorities about what you're gonna be doing. You don't wanna be making a film and then having someone roll up on set, potentially killing someone because they don't know what is happening is a fake movie. I've heard it too many times in indie film, and it's something that definitely can happen and will happen if you don't have the right safety protocols. I also learned that lesson 10 years later when I made my film Chlorine, when we actually brought a cop on set. If you have the proper precautions in place, you have the proper people on set, everything can go smoothly and will go smoothly if you treat things with the respect they deserve. If you're going to use guns on set, if you're going to use airsoft on set, notify the correct people. Make sure that if you're going to be shooting something, maybe you only shoot on private property where no one else can see. If you can be seen from a certain area, make sure that you're notifying the right people who are around that area so that they won't be startled. That cop let us off without a warning afterwards, and he said that he would have ended up finding us each like $500 for the violations of the spray painted guns. Don't try to do anything that's gonna get yourself hurt or injured on set. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching this video. I'll have another video out pretty soon. Thanks. Bye.